Hey guys, I'm back again, and today I have my October November wrap up. Now, not a very good reading month in October and neither in November, but even so, I'm still 2 books ahead on my challenge of 55 books at the end of the year. I think I may have like about 3 or 4 more to read. So, I'm not that worried about it, but I just would have liked to have read more, but November was NaNoWriMo and I was participating and that took up more time than I expected. So I didn't read very many books that month either. So let's start with the wrap up. We're going to start with The Sense of an Ending. I don't have the book. I loaned it to a friend. I love this book. I thought it was fantastic. A very interesting story about memory told from the point of view of a 60-something-year-old man who is having a hard time understanding and piecing together his life. Yeah, really interesting. And if you haven't read this book, I really suggest that you pick it up. It's small, but very meaty, full of lots of great ideas. Then next, I read the second part of Aya. So I read books 4, book 5, and book 6. As you know, I absolutely adored this series, Aya. I'm so glad that I found it. If you haven't picked this one up, wow. Great graphic novel to pick up. Wonderful story. Wonderful look into Africa, modern day Africa, with the main character is Aya and all of her friends and family and all of the problems they have. You can surely relate to Aya. If you haven't read that, I suggest you either pick it up or get it, if you can, at your local library. Next, I read Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, and this was my first read of Octavia Butler, and I thought this book was really good. It's about, a young woman. Her name is Dana, and she somehow finds herself projected back into the days of slavery, and she doesn't really understand why this is happening, but the storyline, it becomes more and more complex because there is a relationship that she has with a young boy in the beginning who grows up to be a man, and it's the relationship that they have with each other becomes mighty complicated. Gives a good insight view of slavery and the ills of it. So really good book to read. Next, I picked up Le Bleu est une couleur chaude. This is another book that was extremely interesting. This is the cover. Extremely interesting. A young girl who is struggling with accepting her sexuality. It is beautifully drawn and the story is beautifully told. It was actually made into a movie with the same name, and I didn't see the movie, but it came out. It's a French movie. It came out, I think it was 3 months ago, something like that, 2.5 months ago. And, as you can see, there's the movie cover. And I'll just give you some. Oh, isn't those drawings are fantastic? Yeah, so if you haven't read this one, check it out. I heard that the movie's pretty good, so you might want to check that out too. I haven't seen it yet, but I will be trying to find it somewhere. I don't think it's still playing in the movies. I may have to wait until the DVD comes out. Next, I read Quiet. Now, the full title is Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Now, you can't really see, oh yeah, now you can see, it has quiet in a very subtle, quiet way. Invisible. So yeah, I read this with my book club at the end of November. It's about 299 pages. I would say the first third of the book was very interesting to read, kept me very intrigued. And then the next 2/3, I started to be bored. Sorry, I just started to be bored. This is written a lot like a psychology book or self-help book kind of thing. That is just not my cup of tea. Sorry. I don't like that that concept of reading psychology. I may have given either 2 or 3 stars. I can't remember. I think I might have given it 2 stars. But you know, that's just because it's not my cup of tea. If you like psychology type books and self-help books, you will enjoy this book. It does have some interesting concepts in it and ideas. It's just not for me. Then last but not least, I picked up the Slynx, which I read for the International Reads Book Club. And we did a live chat on my channel last weekend. I think it was last Sunday on this. So if you want to know more about what I thought and what a few of the other members thought, go and have a look at that. And yeah, I thought this was an interesting first read of Russian postmodernism. I am not big on Russian literature. I just haven't read a lot of it. I've only read one, and that's not really considered Russian, which is Lolita. Technically, it's not considered to be real Russian literature, but be that as it may, that's the only thing I've read. I haven't read any of the greats. I've wanted to read the greats, but haven't read the greats. So I'm thinking about making some interesting challenges for reading in 2014. So yeah, that was that, the Slynx. Next, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the book that we're reading this month for the International Reads Book Club, and that's Snow Country by Kawabata. This is the modern penguin classic. It's quite a short novel. Just under 118 pages. So it would be great if you guys could all, you know, if you're interested in Japanese literature, is give this one a try and be prepared to discuss all during the month over on Goodreads. Just go over to the Goodreads channel. The link is below in the description box. And also there will be a live chat either towards the end of December or in January, depending on the holiday season and how things go for people. So that's all I have for you today on the wrap up. Hope you guys are having a good reading experience, and I'll be back soon with something else. Bye.